I'm Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, here today to teach you how to do Bird of Paradise. Bird of Paradise is an intermediate standing balance. Anybody can do it, including my sister Rachel. So you can do it too. Here we go. By the way, Rachel doesn't know she can do it yet, but after she watches this video, she will be able to. We're going to start off in a Warrior 2. Remember that Warrior 2 is not too wide of a stance, it's not too narrow of a stance. So basically, if your arms come out to the side, straight apart, your wrist will be approximately over your ankles. Okay? One foot, let's call it my right foot, is going to turn out sideways. I'm going to heel to arch alignment in Warrior 2, correct? I'm going to bend my knee. Okay, so here's my Warrior 2 position. My right hand, my front hand, is going to come down to the inside of the foot. Okay, not the outside, not the pinky toe side, but the inside of the foot. Fingertips is fine. It doesn't matter if you're on your fingertips or your palm. Now, my top arm is going to come vertical, but see how my palm is facing you like a high five? I'm going to pretend I want to high five someone behind me, and I'm going to turn my thumb forward and away from me so my hand is actually facing backwards. Okay, once again, not a high five, but a reverse high five. Okay? So we take that reverse high five, and notice that my chest is so wide open that you can see very clearly that everything is bigger than Texas. Thank you, Mercedes Jackson, for this t-shirt. Why do I point this out? Because too many people sort of come in something like this, and you can't see their t-shirt slogan. That's how you know you're in the wrong, sort of in the wrong alignment. So you got to lean backwards. So everybody can see your fabulous t-shirt. Hand goes backwards. It's going to reach behind my back, as close to my hip as possible, okay? Not like down by my butt, but up by my hip. I'm going to show you in a second from the back view. I'm going to take my other hand. I'm going to reach it under my knee, okay? I'm going to reach up and I'm going to see if I can hold my hands together. Now when I say knee, I don't mean crotch. If you can stand up and start walking around, you're in the wrong pose, okay? It's not that kind of movie. Okay, so I'm going to turn backwards. I have a nice wide stance, heel to arch position, Warrior 2. My hand comes down to the inside, top hand, reverse high fives, and my hand comes back to my hip, my opposite hip, my front hip. Bottom hand comes under and clasps. I lean backwards because I want everyone to see my t-shirt slogan, even though no one can see it right now. In a perfect world, you could actually hold your wrist. But this isn't a perfect world. So don't worry if you can't hold your wrist. You're going to hold something, okay? You've got to get this class before you move on to the next thing, okay? So the key is broad collarbones, open chest, arm behind. Okay? Now, I'm actually going to recommend that you hold on to fingers rather than wrists. It's going to make this next move a lot easier. So, Warrior 2. Hand inside, t-shirt slogan, palm goes backwards, and I clasp, leaning back. Now, I'm going to look down, I'm going to take this back foot, I'm going to creep it in just a little bit, and then step. So my feet are both sort of hip distance apart at the front of my invisible mat. I'm just going to move backwards so I'm facing you head on. I still have my clasp. And now I'm going to stand on the foot that I am not holding on to. The first thing I'm going to do is start to straighten my standing leg. Notice that I keep my eye on one focal point the whole time. The second thing is I need to lift up my chest. If you're really taking your shoulders, you're going to wind up like this. So you really have to roll those shoulders back and pivot from your hip to take you into the full standing balance. Okay? Now, that's the pose. I'm going to show you with the straight leg in a second. But let me just show you, you actually don't have to come from Warrior 2. You can do it right from the front of the mat. If you were to crouch down low, It's not it. Okay? So when I'm underneath my knee, there's nowhere for me to go. I find my clasp. I look down. Slowly, and the key is slowly, I start to move from my standing leg. Chest lifts. And then if you're comfortable here, you extend the leg out to the side. Okay? Now, the extension of the leg comes from pulling my foot from my hip rather than pressing my knee straight. To come back down, I bend. I lean. I release. Now here's the cool thing about Bird of Paradise that you may or may not have realized by watching this or just in life in general. Bird of Paradise and Bound Warrior are actually the same exact pose. One is just done in a balancey way. So check it out. Big bend in front, straight leg in back. Hand is inside. I clasp under my knee. Okay? So check out all these alignments. I have a nice straight line from here to here. My chest is open. I have a clasp. One bent knee, one straight knee. I move it together. It doesn't really matter how you move it together. I'm going to do a little twist dance here. Very slowly, I come up to standing. I've got one straight knee, one bent knee. Chest is wide open. Whoops. When I look at the screen, I'm losing my focal point, which loses me the balance altogether. And out comes the leg. To come out, I bend, bring it down, and fold. How about that? Okay, this isn't a terribly hard balance. It really is a manageable one. It might just take a little bit of patience. You gotta move slowly. Remember that the rule in yoga is this. The faster you move, the faster you fall. So be patient with this. This is a fun one and it's pretty gratifying too. This is Shana Meyerson from YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, wishing you a fabulous day.